Are you tired of feeling trapped in a life that doesn't bring you joy or fulfillment? In today's video, we will explore Stoicism and how its teachings can guide you on the path to escaping the life you're tired of living. Lesson 1. Admit that you are unhappy. The first thing you need to do to get out of the life you're tired of is to admit that you're unhappy. It looks easy, but this is really very strong. A lot of people live in ignorance and don't want to face the fact that they are unhappy. Instead, they hide it with things that don't matter, like stuff, too much work, or bad relationships. That being said, the more you try to avoid your inner truth, the more unhappy you will be. Recognizing that you are unhappy takes a lot of self-reflection. Ask yourself, why am I unhappy? What about my life doesn't fit with who I am or who I want to be? You have to face reality this way. And facing truth gives you the power to make things different. But don't hurry through this. Too often, we ignore how we feel in favor of quick fixes. Stoicism tells us to go deep and be completely honest with ourselves. Are you unhappy with your job, your relationships, your health, or maybe your sense of what you're here for? Note it down. Think about it. You can only move forward with purpose once you have a clear picture of why you are unhappy. In the Stoic style, understand that being unhappy is not something to be afraid of. This is a message, a call to change. That feeling is your soul telling you that something needs to change. Thank God you came to this understanding, because without it, you would keep drifting through life without changing. Lesson 2. Be in charge of your own life. As soon as you admit that you're unhappy, you need to take full responsibility for your life. It's not easy to learn this lesson, but you need to if you want to get away from the life you're tired of. When you take responsibility, you stop thinking like a victim. Even though many things in life are out of our hands, we are always in charge of how we respond, what we think, and what we choose. You will stay stuck if you blame other people or the world for your problems. To get away, you have to take responsibility for the choices you made and the results they had. This doesn't mean that things haven't been hard or that you haven't been treated unfairly. Stoicism, on the other hand, says that worrying about things we can't change is pointless. Pay attention to what you can control instead. The things you value, the people you let into your life, and how you spend your time are all things you can change. Take a moment to think about this. What parts of your life have you been putting off taking care of? It could be your health, your money, or your relationships. You might have been doing nothing but waiting for things to change instead of making changes yourself. You have the power to change your future when you take responsibility. As a result, you stop just watching your life and start taking part in it. One of the most important things that Stoics teach is that you are not powerless over fate. You are in charge of making your life fit with your ideals and goals. Lesson 3. Make your values clear. Living in a way that goes against your ideals is one of the main reasons people feel trapped in a life they no longer enjoy. Stoicism puts a lot of value on living a good life based on reason, knowledge, courage, and fairness. It feels freeing to live a life that is in line with your values. It gives you the strength and clarity to make choices. It helps you figure out what you want to do with your life. And most importantly, it frees you from living your life based on what other people want you to do. You are living authentically when you follow your ideals. You can't just think about your ideals. You have to live them. Every day gives you a chance to be good. Your ideals should guide what you do and how you live your life. As your life starts to fit with who you really are, you will start to feel less unhappy. Lesson 4. Change the way you think about problems. Life is full of problems and difficulties, but Stoicism teaches us how to change how we think about them. Problems shouldn't be seen as problems. They should be seen as chances to grow. Marcus Aurelius said, "What stops people from acting moves them to act. What gets in the way turns into the way." This deep lesson means that the things you think are stopping you from being happy are actually the way to it. Problems in life are not meant to break you. They are meant to teach you, make you stronger, and help you become more resilient and wise. When things go wrong, remember this. You can't change what happened outside of you, but you can change how you respond to it. In the middle of Stoicism is this idea. Problems will always be there, but you don't have to worry. When you change your view of problems from seeing them as bad things to seeing them as hidden gifts, everything about your life changes. This doesn't mean hiding how you feel or acting like things are fine. Allowing pain to be a part of growth is what it means. Instead of fighting the hard things that happen in life, learn to handle them with grace, knowing that they are making you stronger, smarter, and more adaptable. If you think like a Stoic, life's problems don't seem like such a hardship. They help you get to the life you really want to live. Lesson 5. Practice being mindful and aware of the present moment. Many of us are constantly distracted because we think about the past or worry about what will happen in the future. But Stoicism shows us how important it is to live in the present moment. The Greeks said, "How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself?" You need to learn to be mindful and aware of the present moment if you want to live the life you're tired of living. This means paying full attention to what's happening right now instead of thinking about mistakes from the past or worries about things that might go wrong in the future. The key to peace is to live in the present. We can let go of what was and what could be when we are fully aware of the present time. As life goes on, we become more aware of its beauty and simplicity, and we can find happiness in the smallest things. Being mindful also helps you notice your thoughts. Stoicism puts a lot of weight on being in charge of our thoughts because they shape our world. If you constantly think badly, dwell on how unhappy you are, or fear what the future holds, your life will reflect that. But if you learn to calm down and pay attention to the moment, you will notice that a lot of your discomfort goes away. Meditation or quiet thought is a useful way to improve your mindfulness. Every day, take some time to be still, watch your thoughts without judging them, and pay attention to your breath. Giving yourself this practice will help you become more aware and calm. When you're in the moment, the worries of the past and the unknowns of the future don't bother you. You have the choice to fully connect with life, which is where true happiness lies. Lesson 6. Stop relying on outside validation. Being stuck in a life you're tired of is one reason why people feel trapped, too worried about what other people think. They look for approval from other people, whether it's through praise, social status, or material success. Stoicism tells us to let go of this need to be liked. If you want to get better, don't mind being called stupid and dumb. This means that you have to be ready to let go of other people's opinions if you want to live a life that is true to your values. The search for approval from other people is a never-ending process that will leave you feeling useless. Instead, look for approval within yourself. Are you living your life by your values? Do you act in an honest way? You can avoid the trap of always wanting praise when you base your sense of self-worth on how well you stick to your values instead of what other people think. Giving up on outside approval doesn't mean you stop thinking about other people or losing interest in the world. It just means that your happiness and sense of satisfaction are no longer tied to what's going on around you. When you know you're living in line with what really means to you, you learn to find peace within yourself. When you stop relying on outside approval, you give yourself the power to choose what's best for you instead of what other people want you to do. This is very important if you want to get out of the life you're tired of, because a lot of the time, we get stuck in situations we didn't want because we were trying to please other people. Lesson 7. Do things over and over again to make your life better. Stoicism isn't just a way of thinking. It's also a way of living. Alexander the Great wrote, "Don't waste time fighting about what a good man should be. Be one." In other words, don't just think about the life you want. Work toward it every day. Things don't change overnight. It's the result of many small, planned acts over time. You have to be ready to take steady, deliberate steps toward a better future if you want to get away from the life you're sick of. This could mean changing the things you do, making new plans, or facing tough choices that are in line with your beliefs. It could mean ending a bad relationship, looking for a new job, or making a promise to improve yourself. Remember that one step at a time will get you where you want to go. Don't give up when things go wrong or growth is slow. Stoicism tells us that getting where we're going is just as important as getting there. Focus on what you can do right now, and have faith that these small steps will add up over time to make a big difference. The key is to keep going. In order to make a change, do not wait for the ideal time. Do something now, even if it's just a little thing. Your journey toward the life you want to live is getting stronger with each step. Following Stoic principles will help you keep going forward. As time goes on, the life you felt trapped in will slowly fall apart, giving way to a life of purpose, satisfaction, and peace. It is not easy to get away from the life you are tired of, but it is a very worthwhile trip. Stoicism gives us the tools to handle this change with strength, knowledge, and courage. You can make your life more in line with your true self by admitting that you're unhappy, taking responsibility, being clear about your values, changing how you think about problems, practicing mindfulness, letting go of outward validation, and consistently acting. Remember that you have the power to make changes in your life. What makes us happy is not what happens to us, but how we choose to react to it, as the Stoics teach us.